Oh, it's lit. We prime time. Subscribe, like, and share. Give us your feedback. Yo, I'm Manny at the plate and Kobe off a steal. Gretzky for the goal and Brady at the wheel. I'm a game changer, the Osaka of the tennis. And breaking scoreboard, Simone of the Olympics. Defense and big business, the Mayweather who way better. From the greatness of Jim Brown, I've been down. Talking sports before I was off the porch. Screaming Bo knows while Jordan was playing horse. Late 80s getting torched by the drive and the shot. 2016 got a ring off the 3 in the block. They eased to forgot the cardiac kids. Price and Doherty, Bell in the Indian years. This who it is. Your host DeeTrynt, yo, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer. Yo, your host DeeTrynt, that's a name banger. Come in the streets and talk sports with the game changer.
DeeTrynt, game changer sports talk, in the street sports. Man, what's really good? You know what I'm saying? We late night, all right, January 12th. Look, late night, we out here seeing what's going on in the world. What's popping? Well, right now the Cavs playing, all right? And they like we doing they motherfucking thing, dog. All right. They all the way over there in Utah. And they handling business in Utah right now. Now I don't really know, how it's gonna shake out. 9 times out of 10, we probably gonna win because you just gotta have that much faith in your squad like that. But things are going pretty good, pretty good. So this evening, hold on. Before I get started, y'all, I'm just trying to share the broadcast right quick a few times. You know what I'm saying? See if we can get people crowded up in here, okay? It's the late night. You know what I mean? I know people doing stuff. But y'all can come chill with us, all right? Let me go. Hey, there we go. Let me get my share on. Man. I hope everybody had a good, productive day. All right? I hope everything went well for you. Listen. Gotta post it like that. It's crazy how I gotta do this. All right, so as I'm doing this, and man, I've been coming across a lot of interesting articles, a lot of interesting talk about my team specifically and what they should or shouldn't be doing, and this here is crazy. Okay, so as far as the Cavs, because I want to talk about the Cavs, right? The Cavs are looking really good. And the question on a lot of people's mind is, should the Cavs be trying to trade to contend now? I mean, technically, they're already contending now, so I don't really know what else they supposed to do to contend more. But no, go to the page, bro. I appreciate that. But nonetheless, uh, I I feel really weird about this, y'all. Hey, give me a second, man. Because Cleveland, they don't really need to do nothing. Like if you ask me straight up, man, the Cavs really don't need to make no moves. At the same token, though, one could throw up, hey, well, if you spent the last few years, garnering talent, gathering talent, and things like that. You have 3 guys that's healthy on your roster right now. That can play. That's showing that they are really the real deal or the emerging real deal, as far as Darius Garland and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. You have rotational pieces. So, Love's playing good off the bench for you. We lost Rubio, but you got Rondo. And it's like, should they be making a trade? I mean, I came on a few weeks ago and I said this, if the trade is for Jaylen Brown, then I'm cool with that trade. because regardless of who we got to give up, long as it's not, one of the three I just named, even though the other two guys I don't even want to put in here. But if it just was like that, I would take Jalen, because Jalen's going to give me a lockdown one-on-one defender, a good team defender, and he's going to give me somebody who can get buckets, score on all three levels. So, I'll be getting that in one person. But nonetheless, if you put Jaylen Brown in that lineup with Darius Garland, Lauri Markkanen, Mobley, bro, he gonna murder. All right. They gonna see Lauri Markkanen and Darius Garland gonna see so many open threes, bro. It's gonna be ridiculous. All right. But that's not the names that keep coming up when it comes to Cavs and trades. I follow two guys that run the Cavalier podcast. Evan Doramil, I want to say his name is, and Chris Manning. I will hope, after growing up in Cleveland and having to witness, people like MKC and Tony Grossi, that you will understand how not to approach being, Cavs media. Unfortunately, these people don't listen. All right. And I feel like every time this guy puts up a damn trade suggestion, I never feel like it's in the best interest of the Cavs. I feel like even though his intention is for the best interest of the Cavs, I don't feel like that's what he's doing. He said the Cavs should consider giving up Ricky Rubio and a first-round pick for Eric Gordon in Houston. I'm going to tell you so many things wrong with this suggestion. The first and foremost is, why the fuck would I be giving up a first-round pick for Eric Gordon? Don't get me wrong, bro. Eric Gordon going to come over here and put up buckets. All right? But he also has 2 years remaining on his deal, where Rubio only has 1. So why would I trade away an expiring contract when I have a potential young stud that I'm going to re-sign, and I need cap space anyway? Wow, that makes no sense. All right? I guess in his mind, in Evan's mind, he don't like Colin Sexton, which blows my mind, because Colin literally was the first person we drafted after this team broke up. Kyrie got traded at the beginning of that season. That was Bron last season. No, that was... Wait a minute, did he get traded Bron second to last season? No, that was Bron last season. That was definitely Bron last season, because they ended up beating the Celtics to go back to the finals. Anyway, though, when we drafted Colin, we still had the residue from the last team. It was still Tristan. It was still, Love and Fry and Clarkson and Nance. Like, we had a bunch of these guys, all right? And I remember how much they talked shit about, Colin isn't this, and Colin isn't that, and Colin, which was unfair, because you was asking Colin Sexton how was Colin, 19? At 19 years old, to come in and be LeBron James or Kyrie Irving, which is totally unfair. You're not asking him to do that, all right? We all knew when Colin Sexton got drafted that he didn't have a lot of basketball IQ, but not because he was stupid or slow. It's just that he hasn't been taught that part of the game mentally like that. That's something he's been really learning and developing as an NBA star. But he sat through all that bullshit in Cleveland, and he has literally wanted to play here. I would argue that Colin Sexton is a big part of the reason why the Cleveland Browns got the attitude they got right now. Because the Browns was coming off an 0-16 season when we drafted Colin Sexton. People don't really understand how all this works. If you've never been to Cleveland, you don't know that the Indian Stadium or the Guardian Stadium, Rocket Mortgage Fields House, and the fucking Brown Stadium is all in the same damn street. Okay? You can literally walk from one to the other in a little bit of time. Okay? So these guys go to each other's games. These guys come up in college and AAUs together. You be forgetting that a lot of these players play multiple sports. So I'm just saying all this rambling to say, like, why the fuck you keep trying to get rid of Colin Sexton? This shit makes no sense. Colin ain't did nothing.
Goofy as fuck.
Like, and you know what? I think calling him goofy is being nice. I think that's being fucking nice. Because why would you give up Colin?
Like I say, man, half of these motherfuckers weren't even watching the Cavs. They see we winning, and now they back on it.
They bandwagon.
These the same motherfuckers that was a couple years back last year. They talking about at least we got the Browns. Now they motherfuckers talking about at least we got the Cavs. Hey, keep your badass energy wherever the fuck is that.
That's a fact.
For real, man.
Really, none of show, man.
Badass energy where is that, man? Oh, motherfuckers don't know what's going on. They see we winning right now, like, oh, we can do it without Young Bull. Do you know we was winning when we had Young Bull?
Do you know how many more wins we would have if Young Bull?
There's so many games we needed him to come in that bitch and give us that gangsta Young Bull aggressiveness.
Bruh, I think people, a lot of at least Cleveland sports media is not giving Colin Sexton his respect. On the scale of Cleveland was considered a soft team before Colin started playing for us. We were considered a soft team, a soft franchise. Colin, I will argue Colin single-handedly destroyed that narrative. Okay? You could pull up Colin highlight tape since he been with the Cavs, bro. He didn't put up numbers on damn near every superstar in the league.
Thanks.
Everyone. Everybody in the league, like, bruh, hey, Young Bull. His nickname is Young Bull.
You made him all respected. KD, all of them.
I bet you. Man, listen.
He got it up on his birthday when he sent KD shit.
Right. His birthday coming up too, right? Or did it just pass?
Just passed.
It just passed. Yeah, happy belated to Colin too. Speedy recovery, bruh. Hey, listen, we miss you, man. We can't wait till you get back so we can run the league, okay?
Right.
But back to these trades anyway, which was the topic. So another trade I've been seeing is Colin Sexton and a first for Karis LeVert. I don't even know how to compute that.
Man, what? What type of shit is that?
Karis LeVert is nice.
Yeah, he's nice, but come on, man.
Karis ain't worth Colin.
And then you say a first?
You could get the first. You can't get Colin. I'm not acquiring Karis LeVert to not play with Colin. I actually need that, right, no deal. I actually need Karis to play the two so I can convince Colin to play the backup point and be just the leading scorer. Because I don't think people hear me when I tell them Colin would average 30 points a game with us right now off the bench. He would literally come in and be asked to get buckets, bro. Ain't nobody stopping him. Nobody stopping him, bro. All right. I seen this one. Isaac Okoro and or Colin Saxon and a first round pick for Cam Reddish. This is where I started to get even more angry.
Man,
Okay?
what?
Because I don't think people paying attention to the league, bro. First
I don't
off,
think they is either. They just listen to these damn names. They definitely not watching and seeing what the fuck going on.
Cam Reddish is nice. Cam Reddish. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's absurd if Atlanta said, bro, you got at least let me get Colin or Okoro. I wouldn't be mad at Atlanta for saying that. The Cavs got to beat them on Utah in the paint. Oh yeah, I mean, last time I checked the score, bro, Cavs was up like 15. What they at right now? Oh shit, they didn't let Utah close it. 6-point lead at the half. 58-52. Lauri Markkanen was 12.6 rebounds. Eric Pascal was 16 points, 2 rebounds. Okay, look, they balling. They balling. But back to this Cam Reddish thing. I like Cam, but Atlanta can't re-sign him. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. They just re-signed Trey. They traded for Capella. They still got his contract. I think he still got, a year left, 2 years left on his deal? They just re-signed John Collins. They gave a younger Bogdan a new deal. Danilo Gallinari got a new deal. DeAndre Hunter gonna need a new deal. Kevin Huerter gonna need a new deal. Bruh, they can't even re-sign him. Oh yeah, I missed it. We gonna have to pull up that put back dunk by Markkanen. Hey, before I start getting into the team though, let me finish my thought. So Atlanta not gonna be able to resign Cam. The most thing they gonna be able to do is what people were suggesting Cavs do with Colin, and that's let him play a season out and then see what his market value is and then match any offer. Atlanta not about to match an offer if they're not going to the finals. And I mean, they surprised us last year, so they could easily turn it on at the end of this season and we can have a whole different conversation. But I don't see them right now being able to get past a Milwaukee, a Philly. Well, I can't say Philly. Gotta put some respect on Atlanta. I can't say Philly because they beat Philly last year, so I can't say that. But I just, the East is a lot thicker now. I mean, Washington playing really good. New York ain't out of it for real. They still got a little squad. Boston, I don't know what Boston's gonna do, but I mean, you still, like I say, Milwaukee, Philly, Brooklyn. Like it's still Chicago. It's quite a few teams. I just don't see Atlanta getting past. With that being said,
Yeah,
Atlanta,
Bulls balling, man. I don't see them getting past them Bulls, and they getting better and better. Gelling more as a team, they gonna be a problem.
they gonna be a whole problem. All
And the
right.
Hornets, man. I fuck with
You
them
know,
Hornets.
Side note, before I even do y'all realize that right now, if we're judging the league, Miami just beat the brakes off them. Atlanta do that. But if we judging the league right now off what it is, the finals look like it might be Memphis and Chicago.
Never. You know who coming out that West, man. I already told you before the season start, man. Golden Boys back on top.
Man.
Ain't no secret, man. Golden Boys back on top. All that shit they was doing is dead, you know what I'm saying? And soon
Bruh.
we gonna get that land wars again, man. We gonna get land wars again. Even though they out in San Francisco, they still Oakland to me. So we gonna get that
Land
land wars
Wars.
again. Yep. Getting that in the ship. It's coming soon, baby. It's coming soon. But this year for sure, oh yeah. That West, Golden State got that.
Man, don't count the Lakers out, man.
I
Don't.
want Melo and them to get it bad. I want Melo to get that bitch. I want them to get it bad. Hey, yeah, Phoenix acting up. You is right,
Hey,
cuz.
that's what I was gonna say
You
too.
is
Like,
right, cuz.
because, bruh, my only issue with Phoenix right now is that I don't agree with them starting Jay Crowder. I just don't, man.
Jay Crowder think he that nigga over there too.
Bruh,
Jay Crowder
listen,
over there thinking that he is him for real. He
bruh,
think he's our status.
they need to start Jalen Smith, bruh. I don't know how much I gotta keep stressing that, man. The reason that Phoenix is not as dominant as they should be, even though they're dominant right now, but they could be a lot more dominant if they start Jalen Smith and bring Crowder off the bench. All right. I can't stress this no more because the DeAndre Ayton is a 25 and 15 player. You heard me say that shit fucking right. He's a 25 and 15 player. Bruh, this is a 7-footer who got post moves, who could play defense on all 3 levels, and can shoot the ball on all 3 levels, including the foul line. Okay? The problem is they asked him to do all the heavy lifting in the paint. But if you start Jalen Smith and let him be your defender and your rebounder and your floor runner, then you can free Ayton up a lot more on the offense and a lot more on the break. Which, boy, listen, if Ayton start getting more freedom on that offense, I don't see a team in the West that's fucking with Phoenix. I just don't. Because Booker gonna get hot. He gonna get hot. CP3 gonna do him. Mikal Bridges is turning into a star. Not a superstar, but a star. Two-way star at that. So, and they bench, Cameron Payne coming off the bench. They got Alfred Payton over there coming off the bench. Cam Johnson coming off the bench. They got a few pieces. While we talking about the West, we gotta highlight Memphis, man, because this, how Stephen A. say, motherfucking Aaron Rodgers a bad man.
Some bad man.
Man, Ja Morant, that is a bad man. That is, listen.
Hey, listen, you can go check the fact check, man, who was talking about Ja Morant before he even entered that league. As a young boy, just like young Bull, man. It's crazy. I'm watching all these youngsters from AAU just go to the league. I'm getting old, but I've been watching all these youngsters, man. I've been watching all these youngsters, man, for a long time. And the lead is it's time for them new youngsters, man. That's what LeBron need over there with him. He need one of these young gunners that's gonna go, man, for real.
The sad part is, if Bron would have stayed, we would have never got this team. We would have never got this Cleveland team if Bron would have stayed.
Facts.
That's a whole nother convo. But Memphis, bruh, I'm gonna point out something. Memphis went on a 12-game winning streak while Ja Morant was out. They lost like 2 or 3 or something in the span. And now with Ja Morant, they're on a 10-game winning streak. Do you know on this 10-game winning streak, Ja Morant then won 4 of these games at the buzzer? Or the last shot? So not only is he showing clutch, but he also dispelled all the concern about they're a better defensive team without Ja Morant. But they're a good defensive team with or without Ja Morant. But they're even a more explosive offensive team with Ja Morant. Right? And I think it would be as disrespectful as it was to Donovan Mitchell last year if John Moran is not in the MVP conversation this year. That man is going ham. Another team in the West I would like to talk about. And if y'all tuning in, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, you know what I'm saying? Get your friends to tune in. DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, InDaStreetzSportz. Sports. All right. These Portland Trailblazers about to make some trades. I've been saying since the offseason that I think I've been saying this for at least a year, since last season, that Portland should trade McCullough for Tobias Harris. Because I just feel like Tobias Harris and Damian Lillard would be an awesome 1-2 punch. On top of this, what leads me to believe that Portland is about to make some trades is because it's been all this speculation about they gonna trade Dame. Should they trade Dame? Is Dame gonna be unhappy? Like, Dame ain't getting coached by Chauncey Billups. Like, Chauncey Billups ain't a championship winning starting point guard. His fucking name is Mr. Big Shot. That's his name. What the fuck do Damian Lillard do? Hit big shots. All right? So I was never under the belief that Chauncey Billups was okay with any trade rumors with Dame. And that's why he kept dispelling them. But Dame is out, and now Dame is going to have surgery. What that tells me is that the organization has decided that they're going to build a championship team around Dame right now. Chauncey Billups is figuring out what pieces that he wants to keep to play with him, like Nasir Little, Anthony Simons, Larry Nance. I think Norman Powell. I think these are 4 guys that they're not getting rid of regardless. I think Chauncey likes Nurkic. I think he likes Nurkic too. But could you imagine Dame with Norman Powell at the 2? You could throw Tobias at the 3, Nance at the 4, Nurkic at the 5, or you could switch it up and throw Covington at the 3 and put Tobias at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. So now you got some scoring in the paint with Tobias Harris, and Tobias could pass and take off the dribble. So I personally think that trade fits, and I think that trade fits Philly. Man, I don't care what y'all say, bro. If you could put C.J. McCullough and Seth Curry with Joel Embiid and Matisse Thybulle right now, oh my fucking God. You'll say, okay, well, who's the 4 over there? Now, in this trade, it could be a Nance could be in that trade, or it could be a Covington. So that's why I say, that's why when I was doing the lineups, it was either or, because they could put one or the other in that trade. It's hard for me to see Robert Covington go back to Philly. At the same token, though, it would fit, because for what Joel Embiid do, for what Covington do, and him and Matisse Thybulle virtually playing the defensive 3 and 4, with Seth and McCullough playing the shooters at the 1 and 2, and B gonna do what he do in the paint. You got Drummond coming behind you. I mean, Tyrese Maxey off the bench with Shake Milton. I mean, they could do something. I think that's a good trade for them. An underrated trade that just happened that nobody's fucking talking about. I ain't gonna say nobody, because I don't really listen to Detroit's me radio like that, or I don't listen to who the fuck you just get traded? Denver radio like that. But Denver just traded Bobo to Detroit for was it the second round? I think it was a future pick, and Randy or Ronald McGruger, whatever the fuck his name is, Ronald McGruger, whatever the case.
Bobo a dog, man. Denver won't let him shine.
Bruh, they sent him to Detroit.
Right. Hey,
Am
have
I,
a him in our division.
but am I the only one paying attention to this? Okay, so this how I look at it from not Alvin Gentry, Dwayne Casey. That's who the coach over there, Dwayne Casey. You got Killian Hayes at the point. You about to trade Jeremy Grant. You got Sadiq Bey playing your 3. You got Isaiah Stewart playing your 5. You got Kay Cunningham playing your 2. Okay. Now, if anybody know anything about basketball, and this is me, I've always said this. When you got a raw 2 guard, you need a raw 4 to go with him. You know what I'm saying? Because those are your scoring positions on a classic basketball set of 5. Your 2 guard and your power forward are your scorers. So naturally, I never understood why teams didn't do it like that. They always like to pair the 2 and 3, getting this Jordan thing, but it was always the 2 and 4. See how Ginobili thrive, with Duncan. I mean, Duncan's a 4. All right. See how Latrell Sprewell thrived with Kevin Garnett. How Rip Hamilton thrived with Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? And I can keep going. You know what I'm saying? It's been where these things and these guys that won championships. You know what I mean? Look, you got, and I always said, you pair your point guard with your center. The guy who quarterbacks, your offense with the guy who should anchor your defense. You know what I'm saying? These are synergies you want, right? Y'all know Bobo about to play the 4, right? Bobo don't need to play the 5. They're going to do him just like we do Evan Mobley in Cleveland. They're going to let him play the 4 and then play the backup 5. Bobo fucking 7'2" with like a 7'9", 7'10" wingspan. Bruh, Bo could shoot,
And he can
dribble.
shoot, man. Shoot, dribble. Listen, bro. Every time they put him in over there, he was balling. I just traded for him on the game.
Bruh, they put him with Cade Cunningham.
Listen, bro. I'm sick about that.
They put him with Cade Cunningham.
He had to come in our division.
Do you understand the type of dynasty that Cade Cunningham and Bobo can become? Which further tells me that ain't no way Colin or Coral getting traded if it ain't for a star, bruh. Nigga, if Bradley Beal not walking through that door, if Jaylen Brown, if motherfucking like Luka or something, and I don't even think they do it for Luka. I don't even think as raw as Luka is, I don't even think he's worth a Coral and Sexton. But bruh, if you ain't bringing a top 10 guy in, why would I get rid of my 2 guys I'm gonna need to battle these fools? Colin ain't scared of nobody, bruh.
All right, he wanted it all. I want to see what Kobe about to do. Kobe just got promoted. Shout out to Kobe getting that bag.
Shout out to Kobe Altman for getting the extension. I think it's a 5-6 year extension. He signed through the 27-28 season, but he is now promoted from general manager to president of basketball operations. So My first question is, will he hire a GM or will he promote somebody from within? That's yet to be determined. But if he gonna be president of basketball operations, bro, it's just hard for me to see him still keep the GM position. Even if he just promote his most talented scout to GM, to where even though Kobe Altman still finalizing the deals and shit, that GM would be, his whole job would be to, analyze all the good quality talent and the ways that we could acquire them, to take that part off him while he focused, on the whole organization. I think that's highly likely. But I wouldn't be surprised if he hired somebody from outside. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be shocking to me. Not at all. Wait, hold on right quick, y'all. Hold on, I had to grab that charger. Get real in these streets. I wasn't paying attention. I had just came in from work, you feel me? Let me come on and fuck with y'all right quick. So
Brooklyn beating the Bulls right now, 33-31, first quarter.
Brooklyn beating the Bulls. Oh, the Cavs up 20.
Yes.
The Cavs up 20. Lamar Stevens has 17. Lauri Markkanen has 12. Jared Allen is 10. Evan Mobley got 9. Garland got 6. But wait, though. This crazy. Markkanen got 12 points, 12.6 rebounds, and assists. Stevens got 17 points, 6 rebounds. Allen got 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Oh, Lamar Stevens also got a steal. Evan Mobley got 8 boards, 3 assists, and a block to go with his 9 points. But Darius Garland about to get a triple-double, bro. He got 6 points, 7 rebounds, and 10 assists with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And they up 20. Kevin Love giving you 13 and 4 off the bench right now. Chetty Osman giving you 8 with a steal right now. Brandon Goodwin giving you 3 and an assist right now. As far as the Utah Jazz go, bruh, this is embarrassing. Eric Pascal and Jordan Clarkson lead them off the bench. Well, I guess 2 of the top 3 scorers. Pascal got 16, Clarkson got 10. Donovan Mitchell got 14. Older Bogdan got 6. Conley got 4. But, bruh, they shooting is horrible. The only people really hitting is Pascal and Clarkson. Pascal shooting 70%. Clarkson shooting about 44%. But everybody else, bruh, shooting 20%. Royce O'Neal shooting 50% from the field off 2 shots, but he got a plus minus of negative 23. It's real. All right. And that's what just going back to these Cavs, man. Why do they need to change anything? Why? They balling. Why? All right, but I done drifted. All right. Overall though, in the NBA right now is looking really good. I actually think the NBA is very interesting right now. Because even a lot of these bottom teams, that's they ain't gonna do it. They're exciting. The Kings ain't doing their best, but they're exciting to watch. Houston. Houston exciting to watch. You know what I mean? Even Orlando. Orlando only got 7 wins. They 7-35. Goddamn. But Orlando did beat some good teams and they 7 wins. Like they 7 wins ain't just teams they did beat some pretty good teams and they 7 wins, some top teams. Um, All-Star game coming up. No, hold on. I gotta talk to y'all right quick. Because I've been seeing some stuff this season that really bothers me. Now, I'll give a little background, okay? I'm from the class of 03. All right? I know all about the Senate versus the state when it comes to football, basketball, wrestling, track. Like, it was literally the Senate, which is inner city Cleveland, Cuyahoga County schools, versus the whole rest of the state. All right? LeBron James has been as consistent, has been arguably the model of consistency that you want from a professional ball player. That's in any sport, bro. I have never in my life witnessed a superstar, a megastar this clean. Period, bro. You might argue LeBron took some plays off. You might argue Bron didn't bring it his whole game in a few games or in a few quarters. But Bron has gave you his all every season. All right? And for him to be playing in his 19th year, to be in a top 10 all-time in several stats, to be top 10 all-time in several stats, definitely every offensive stat. To have played in 9 straight finals with 3 different teams and won with every one of them. How the fuck is you still hating on this man 19 years later, bro? This man is 37. What is there to hate on this man about? Oh, they talk about Bron still the best player in the league. So what? Who has done more than him? Name me a more accomplished player in the league right now than LeBron James. Name me one. Even the GOATs that we argue about outside of Kareem have not accomplished as much as LeBron James has accomplished in his basketball career. That's on and off the court. It's hard to compete with Jordans. It's hard to compete with Jordans. It's also hard to compete with a guy who won 3 straight college championships, won 6 NBA championships, has the most unblockable shot in history, and is still the leading scorer in history. It's hard to top those accomplishments. Outside of what I done told you about LeBron, he has multiple MVPs, multiple finals MVPs. He has scoring championships. He has, scoring leader crown. He has assist crowns. He has, let me see, multiple gold medals. Multiple. Neither one or two resumes I named has multiple gold medals. Bron got like 4. He got at least 3. LeBron has played more games than any. He has logged more NBA minutes than any NBA player ever. I ain't even got to the part where, as a businessman, he increased the revenue of the game while increasing the salary of every player currently in the game and future coming into the game. How the fuck is you still hating on this man, bro? How? How could you be a legit sports fan and still have bad things to say about a man on his way out? Because Brian got about 3 seasons left, bro. I'm telling you right now, he got all he want to be able to do is play 1 season with his son and go to the championship. I'm telling you exactly what he on. When if LeBron do leave the Lakers and come back to the Cavs, Brian not gonna ask for a lot of money, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He ain't even gonna ask for a lot of bread because he already paid. He already paid. He don't give a fuck. But if he can get Bronny on the Cavs, I think that's what he want to do. I think he want to get Bronny on the Cavs. That's my opinion. I could be hella far-fetched and wrong. That's just my opinion. But the disrespect y'all putting on LeBron James' name is outrageous, man. Y'all need to cut it out, bro. All right? I'm just going off his accolades off the top of my head. I ain't reading nothing. I'm just going off the top of my knowledge. Bruh, what is there to hate on? Because people call him the GOAT? Bro, by the time LeBron finished playing basketball, he will have the top or be top 3 in 4 to 5 categories all time in NBA stats. How the fuck ain't that GOAT status? This nigga is in his 19th year, and you still got to debate whether he the best player in the league right now. How is you still hating on this man? This makes no sense, bro. Y'all ain't want to celebrate Kobe till he was dead. And, you know, I can't say I'm a part of that. Because I always gave Kobe his respect. Always did. Always gave Kobe his respect, bro. I just wasn't a fan. Just like I'm not a fan of LeBron like that. But I know how to call a spade, bro. I mean, I need to take that time out and say that, though, because if you're still hating on somebody 20 years later, bro, it's something wrong with you. That's like a loser's mentality, man. That's a loser trait. That man winning, and everybody that ride with him win too. What the fuck is there to hate on? But anyway,
Cavs just
yeah,
went on a 21-0 run on their ass. They acting up, man. Something
for
crazy.
real, man. I ain't even watching it. I need to turn that back on. Look at that. Marketing with 15, Stevens with 19, Darius Garland with the triple. I just said he was about to get. I just said that. Garland with the triple double. Um, Mobley with 9 and 8, working on the double double. Allen just chilling. He just playing. Oh, check that out off the oop though. Man, listen. And this, bruh. Remember at the beginning of the season when I said, and I put this tweet out, and everybody looked at me crazy. And I said, bruh, any superstar guard is looking at this Cavs team right now like, bruh, I need to go there.
It's going.
I need to go there, bruh. Chetty Os, bruh. Thank you, Chetty. Chetty, thank you for finally being who you should be this year. Thank you, Chetty. You're confident, you're aggressive, you're scoring. Okay? The things that you and Love do for us off this Cavalier bench is so greatly appreciated.
Whoever read the Cavs Instagram and Twitter, they just be out of pocket. I'm trying to tell you.
For real.
Straight heathens, trolls and all.
That's Cleveland for you.
Hey, they is fried. Look at this. Look what they just posted. They is.
Not a Cavalanche. Not a Cavalanche. That's
Avalanche, man.
bruh. I mean, so look, though. Bruh, Isaac Okoro gonna come back. I just realized Rondo not playing this game. They got Goodwin playing.
Goodwin been out there doing this thing, man.
Goodwin plus he know
and one thing about it too, even with the G League players, they always be at all the G League games, rocking with them at Cleveland State, holding them down. Like all these players be connected, man. They be on it, and they mostly be not like shit, like you say, man. All of them damn near played with each other, played against each other, coming up, all type of shit.
Right.
Young boys, they own it.
Man, it's this NBA trade deadline about to be jumping.
Yeah.
While we talk, let me hit on a few hot topics that I ain't hit on.
Do your thing.
So, Kyrie. Let me first say, is Kyrie not injury prone? I can't necessarily say James Harden and Kevin Durant are injury prone, but I can say Kyrie is. So, how does Kyrie playing in road games and not home games, which actually makes no sense on New York's part? That's just the dumbest bullshit I ever heard in my life. All right? Especially why they coming out now talking about some basically confessing like they don't know what the fuck they doing with this corona shit and they just throwing shit out there fucking up people's lives. But that's another conversation too. I lost my train of thought.
Well, since you lost your train of thought, Darius Garland just got his first career triple-double. Let's go, DG!
Let's go. I just watched the Cavs do something. That's what threw me off. Cause I got the game on this other phone. Damn, I'm so mad I just lost my train of thought like that. Anyway. Man, I'm so proud of my Cavs, y'all. Oh, I was talking about these damn Nets. So, like I say, it don't make no sense. New York, Cali. You know, how can people who unvaccinated that come from a road team can come play in their home building, but they can't play in their home building? Anyway, how does Kyrie playing in road games and not playing at home games change any other year if he was out 20 games anyway? So this whole narrative about he messing up chemistry and all this other extra. Y'all be saying that same shit if he was injured. But it just be like, oh, he's out and he's just injury prone. But when he plays, y'all can't have it both ways. All right, let that man do what he do, and let the Nets do what they do. All right, long as he can play in the finals, it don't matter. Because in the playoffs, it don't matter. New York already got the new mayor. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff probably about to change. That ain't even about to be no thing no more. Whatever the case, though. Another thing involving Kyrie. Yesterday or the day before they played Portland. I think it was yesterday. And Nasir Little went for a ball that ended up still going out of bounds back to Brooklyn. And he basically kind of, I don't know if he injured Kyrie on the play, but he definitely rolled his ankle. So the argument was it a dirty play? Looking at the play, I didn't necessarily think it was dirty. However, what we got going on here? I don't know. Did it pause? However, though, I do feel like it was unnecessary. You know, in the heat of the moment when you hustling for the ball and shit, like it be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody thinks with a negative intention. Damn, what we got going on here?
What happened?
Okay, it looked like it froze. It froze on my end, but it's cool. Long as
Probably.
we still going, long as it's still going, it's whatever. Don't even worry about it. My phone it be doing, it got its own mind. You know these dumbass smartphones. But anyway, I felt like it was unnecessary though. Like I say, when you dive in and hustling for the ball though, I just don't have this belief that everybody moves with a negative intention or crazy motive. But I do, it is a such thing as basketball IQ and working smart then hard, which really separates the good players from the great players, and the mediocre players. It's just your understanding of the game. There was no need for Nasir Little to hustle for the ball. That's why it was unnecessary. Him hustling for the ball, yeah, good hustle. Nobody's knocking that. But not only did you not get the ball, and you gave it back to the Nets, but you also rolled over his ankle. But had you not went for the ball at all, the ball would have rolled out of bounds. It was off Kyrie, and Kyrie couldn't touch it because it was in the backcourt. Everything was working in your favor. This is why it was unnecessary. Again, and me saying that, it makes me think about other things I be thinking about when it just comes to sports leagues in particular. I'm just veering off topic for a second again, how I do, but just follow me, okay? How don't you have camps and off-season regimens that help your product understand how to better represent your brand game in and game out? Like, why is it not mental workshops during the offseason? I understand the offseason is for the players and they do all that, but how is it not some of this, especially with basketball when it comes to like the preseason and the summer league and all that? Why is it not camps where, you bring in positions by positions all over the league, especially the young guys, and you break down the science of the game? All right? Because we all know that depending on where you raised at or where you're going to get a certain part of the game a certain way. Not everybody get taught the full value and how to work the game. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why they don't do that. But anyway, if they had things like that, then some of these little ticky-tack dumb things wouldn't happen. All right, because Nasir, you had no reason to go for the ball. That's just you just didn't have no reason, so it was unnecessary. So if you feel guilty in some type of way, just own up to the fact that, man, it was unnecessary. Instead of posting on Twitter, oh, I still do it again and woody why, but you didn't do nothing positive for your team. If the goal is to put your team at the advantage, how did hustling, almost injuring the opposing player, and still giving that team, the opposing team, the ball back when the ball was in your favor, how was that helping? Sometimes we gotta just accept the fact that we make small mistakes, man. Because that's, it's really a small mistake. It only becomes a bigger mistake when you can't fess up to your accident. This is all it takes. All right? Ben Simmons. Bro, I'm about too through with the Philadelphia organization as an ownership, as a front office, brain trust, and just as a corporation. I fucks with the players. All right? I even fucks with a lot of the coaching staff. But that front office and I never liked it, Daryl Morey. I say it till I'm blue in the face, man. He is a low budget uh, David Griffin. All right, this guy, there we go. There we go. Okay, this guy here, he just makes dumb move after dumb move, and then people applaud him for it. Like he didn't just made like it makes no sense to me, bro. Tell me what was good about the CP3 trade, or what was good about the Russell Westbrook trade, or what came out of what eventually you traded James Harden. You had 3 superstars on your team, and all Houston ended up with at the end was Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, Christian Wood, and some picks. I put Sagun in there though because I like Sagun. I like Sagun. I like him as a big man. I think he's going to be a problem in the future. And a disgruntled John Wall that don't even play. What type of executive make moves that don't put you in a good position now and later? Why do people glorify this type of mediocrity? Because it's splashy with no substance. I just don't like how Daryl Morey move, and I don't like his cockiness. Like, bro, you ain't never won a championship. Never. You ain't even been to the finals. But you walk around here like you just big Tonka toy truck Ted or something. This, I don't really understand. All right, so now you got Ben Simmons' whole career on hostage because you can. And all that blabber jabber you can spit. That's basically what you basically saying. I'm finding him because I can. I'm doing this because I can. Bro, how much more honest do you want a player to be? Y'all virtually humiliated him. Your coach and your top player publicly humiliated a guy that you're demanding to come back and work for you. A guy that already said, I don't want to work for you. That's already let you then take like $8 million out of his pocket. how much more evidence do you need? He said, I ain't being around the team because of mental health issues. What is not mentally disturbing about having to be forced to play with people you know talk shit about you? Why you can't just trade him, bro? Oh, because I want to get this and that. Bro, it is various teams out here with multiple pieces that will actually fit your team and make you a very good team. You're never. I'll say this again. I'll say it now, and I'll keep saying it. And I won't say never ever. I will omit never ever, or I will sub never ever for. It's a 1 in a 2 billion chance. Maybe a billion. That you're going to get equal value for a megastar in a trade. There is no equal value for rare superior talent. The only thing you could do is what's best. This is where they say equal and fair ain't the same thing. All right? Equal and fair ain't the same thing. All right? And when you got a megastar, you're just not going to get equal compensation. But you can get fair compensation. You can get what's good enough to help you thrive and move forward now and later. It'll never be equal. And this could be one of them bad karma things on a franchise that
Right. They could do some things that can whoop Ben Simmons that can help them get some key pieces. They ain't got to go for no gusto. They can go for some good key players that can help them win.
and they could do a multi-team trade. But I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep saying this, bro. When they trade Ben Simmons, they have to trade Tobias Harris. Whoever they bring in get for Ben Simmons, you gonna have to get rid of Tobias, bro. All right. So on the Ben Simmons situation and all that, it's just making me lose a lot of respect, even more respect that I lost for that front line, but even more. And hiring Daryl Morey, who basically gutted Houston, didn't care, and then ran to Philly. I resign, I'm going to step down, and then you're going to take a job somewhere else a couple weeks later. Like, bro, like, how much more pathetic and pay? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Evan Mobley is amazing. All right. It just, so, this, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, in the street sports, man. Just a late night come in, there's a few things on the mind, a few topics I hadn't touched, just coming in and vibe with y'all. I appreciate everybody who tuned in, everybody who listened, who comment. Always feel free, man. When you see me streaming, man, you can come in on these lives. You can inbox me, you know what I'm saying? I do interviews. I do collabs, man. We can get on here, if you got a business or a podcast or something you want to promote too, we can do all that, man. Commercials, all that. You need commercials, you need jingles and stuff like that. Now you can hit me up for that. I do that type of stuff, all right? So, DeeTrynt, Game Changer Sports Talk, Industry Sports. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Check out some of our past videos and some of the older, updates and things like that, man. And just let us know how you feel about it, man. So, one love. Everybody be safe. Stay dangerous, all right? We'll catch y'all later.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to change your name too. You was Degrees Pimp Game.